Senior showmanship, report to the gate. Final call. Senior showmanship, report to the gate. Lined up at the gate, I need intermediate breeding sheep showmanship. Tegan Durner, Drayden Morrison, Cooper Baumgardner, Reese West, Whitley Smalley, Trigg Sedman, Taya Thompson, Olivia Oman. Again, lined up at the gate, intermediate breeding sheep showmanship. Tegan Durner, Drayden Morrison, Cooper Baumgardner, Reese West, Whitley Smalley, Trigg Sedman, Taya Thompson, Olivia Oman.
Let's put our hands together here for the first division in the oldest kids in terms of sheep showmanship. I think skill set and quality of individual is through the roof, and I think every one of these kids should leave the ring with their head high. I just think there's some minute differences that in terms of initial read that I get in just maybe a hint for later on for the younger divisions that I think will be just as good. For me, I'm a big first impression type person in terms of when you hit that gate and enter the ring, in terms of how you handle yourself and how your sheep's leading coming in. I think just first impressions are a big thing for me. I went through and quickly talked just to each individual, maybe some things that they did good and some things that I think they could change in terms of understanding that there's different styles and different ways, but just me and my personal preference today, I like someone with a good first impression in terms of coming in with a game face on, ready to play. And a term that I've kind of developed is I like these sheep to grip and rip. I like to see them getting into the ground, driving up and forward, and I like to see the showman in a position in front of that sheep upright that allows them to have control. I think there's one individual in terms of having control and maintaining control the whole time. I think they're the one that came in ready to go. I think it gets a little closer in terms of reserve and third overall, maybe just in terms of a foot placement. For me, if I'm standing there looking and your sheep's not quite right, this is your project. Reach back, set that, make sure it looks the way you want. With that being said, I'll go show you the order I like them, 1 through 5. Let's congratulate them one more time.
Okay, your champion 4-H senior breeding sheep showman is Blair Sanchez. Your reserve champion is Haley Cooper. In the ring, if you're ready, should be intermediate breeding sheep showmanship. Tegan Durner, Drayden Morrison, Cooper Baumgardner, Reese West, Whitley Smalley, Trigg Sedman, Taya Thompson, Olivia Oman. Pee Wee showmanship will follow junior showmanship. Lined up at the gate should be junior breeding sheep showmanship. Addison Aldersey, Sage Durner, Ferris Middle, Grace Baumgartner, Kason Bowman, Coyer Bowman, Bentley Anderson.
As we get this sheep back in line here, let's give this next age group of kids a round of applause, please. I think an exceptional job again all the way through. I think what it comes down to for me in terms of maybe if someone was listening, paying attention, or maybe they're just lucky and their style is similar to mine, I think there's two that I just gravitate to a lot faster. In terms of one of the individuals came in and I think touched their sheep one time, the off show side back leg, slid down in and had that thing looking perfect in one touch. To me that says they've done a lot of practice in their homework at home. And, you know, they've done the time to get into where they can have something that docile and broke coming in show day. I commend them for that. And then the other individual that is real close for me, just in terms of someone that gets in, gets it done, makes it look easy. I think that's what this individual does. I went through and talked to each one just in terms of some pointers and making sure things are square, making sure they're not too stretched or that they're gathered up enough, and then making sure that they've got hand placement to where I can see the entirety of the sheep from the side. With that being said, I'll go show you the order that I like them. I think these top two can go either way. Let's put our hands together and congratulate them one more time.
Champion intermediate breeding sheep showmanship is Reese West. Reserve champion Taya Thompson. If you are one of the winners of the showmanships, please thank your sponsor for the belt buckle. Senior buckle is sponsored by Commissioner Buck Holmes. Intermediate buckle is sponsored by Laramie County Conservation District. Junior buckle sponsored by Laramie County Conservation District. We want to remind everybody to attend the FFA livestock sale at 7 p.m. on Friday at the Wyoming Hereford Ranch, and the 4-H livestock sale on Saturday morning starting at 9 a.m. here at the Archer Event Center. Also, remember that we're in a barn facility, so you want to wash and sanitize your hands frequently throughout the day. These locations are throughout the facility. We want you to be aware of who our fair ambassadors are. They are Charlotte Ellman, Hayden Hubbard, Brendan Nagy, Blair Sanchez, Emma Villa. And remember that all breeding animals will be leaving the grounds after their respective shows. And there is a photographer that will take pictures at the backdrop immediately following the shows.
Let's put our hands together one more time here for the younger division. I think in terms of skill set and future for these kids, it's very, very bright. I think some of these kids, in terms of where they're at now and where they could be in the future, I think would be really cool to see the development of that. With that being said, I went through and talked to each and every one, just offering a little advice in terms of maybe some things that I saw that they could do just to make them stand out just a shot more in terms of hand placement or neck placement and what they're doing with that sheep's head that might just throw that sheep off balance a little bit and allow you to not stand out as much as some of these others in here. For me, I think there's two that came to play. And I think there's a few after that that just need a few more differences changed in them that allow them to step up to the level that I feel two of them are. With that being said, congratulations. I'll go show you the order that I like them. Top two's awful close.
Okay, results of 4-H junior breeding showmanship. Champion, Grace Baumgartner. Reserve champion, Kason Bowman. Okay, we are now going into our Pee Wee showmanship. So whoever is participating, please get to the gate.
We're rolling into, ooh, nice. Everybody, have fun.
Okay, I have 2 entries in Pee Wee Sheep Showmanship, or Pee Wee Lead. Those are Lane Johnson and Cooper Zolman. Okay, lined up at the gate after Pee Wee Lead. I need Hampshire, Junior Ewe Lamb, and Yearling Ewe. Grace Baumgartner, Kason Bowman, Coyer Bowman, Sage Durner, Trigg Sedman, Taya Thompson, Cooper Sanchez. Lisa and Naomi. Okay. Just so you know, that's who you're judging. Okay. That way I don't have to involve anybody from the other team.
We don't have to play Pee-wees, right?
No.
Good.
Let's get the best round of applause of the afternoon here for the Pee-wees, please. It's always so fun to go out and talk to them in terms of figuring out if they've showed a sheep before or if they're going to have what they call a big or little one. I think the best answer that I had today was asking a young lady if she was having fun, and I got the casual shrug. She was undecided, but I think future's bright. Let's congratulate them as they exit here and receive their awards one more time, please.
Okay, our first class of breeding sheep, Hampshire Junior Ewe Lamb, Sage Derner, Grace Baumgartner, Trigg Sedman, Kason Bowman, Coyer Bowman, Taya Thompson. Grace Baumgartner to the ring. Junior Ewe Lamb, Hampshire. Now. Okay, lined up at the gate, I need Cooper Sanchez with Hampshire Yearling U.
As we get them rolled out here, I think we start off the deal in terms of quality. The needle's really high, and I think we've got some good ones all the way down in their own right. For me, just in terms of what I see in some combination of things, do I start things with the biggest, the stoutest, the burliest, and the most muscular? No, that sheep stands second. But for me, in terms of relationships of frame size and overall length and extension, young lady sheep, I think, puts the most together. She's opened up in terms of her chest width. She's round in the shape of her body. She's proportional, and I think that one reads right in her angles and gets out and moves with some flex and ease. I like that one to go ahead and start. We go ahead and come into two, and here is the big forearmed, the opened up, round, robust bodied sheep that is tremendously massive up high. For me, though, just in terms of type and kind, I think she's just a little bit coarser in terms of her overall makeup. She's a little rawer and more she's a little rawer and tougher right there in her hip-loin junction. She wants to come up just a shot in her hip, but that's one that's got tons of power, bone, and feature. I congratulate that young man. In third here, I think here's one that I just logically go to in terms of one that's round and robust in its center body, opened up and dimensional, but in terms of what's in front of it, I think it's just a little plainer. I'd like to see that sheep's chest cleaned up, its breastplate set back up into it, and it just runs out of gas compared to the one above it, but a good sheep in terms of third here. In fourth, I think we have a very youthful, attractive sheep that offers a bright, bright future. For me, though, just on the go, if we could set that one spine down and just add a notch more flex out of its hock in terms of how it reaches and plants, we'd go ahead and see that one a little higher. But I like these four lambs. Let's congratulate these kids one more time, please.
Results of Hampshire Junior U Lamb. First place, Grace Baumgartner. Second, Kason Bowman. Third, Taya Thompson. 4, Coyer Bowman. Now in the ring, I should have Hampshire Yearling U, exhibited by Cooper Sanchez. And then Kason lined up. Okay, coming back into the ring after this class, I need Grace and Kason lined up at the gate for the overall champion Hampshire.
Just a nice single entry here in the yearling division, and I think the young man does a good job bringing a sheep, I think, in terms of being feminine and attractive in terms of her neck and how it comes out of the top of her shoulder, and then one that I think is still dimensional and measures big across her loin. She is maybe showing a little bit of age, and I mean, that's to be expected in terms of a yearling sheep, but I think one that's just put together well and has the pieces to go ahead and made up to a buck and have a piece next year in terms of lambs I think these kids can go forth with. Let's congratulate this exhibitor as he exits the ring, please.
Okay, now in the ring, I need Grace and Kason. Lined up at the gate, we will begin with Suffolk Junior U Lamb, Olivia Oman, Blair Sanchez, Cooper Sanchez, Ferris Smittle.
We roll the young ones back out here and stack them up against the older yearling U, and I think in terms of quality, I think all of them, you know, sort up to the top for me for specific reasons in terms of how I saw them in class. To me, it just makes the most sense to keep the two young ones together. Class winner there will be champion, second in class will be reserve. Congratulations to the exhibitors.
Results of your championship drive. Champion in the Hampshire class is Grace Baumgardner. Reserve champion Kasem Bowman. Next we are doing Suffolk Junior U Lamb, Olivia Oman, Blair Sanchez, Cooper Sanchez, Ferris Smittle. Lined up at the gate, I need Dorset, Junior U Lamb, Abigail Horde, Cooper Sanchez, Whitley Smalley.
As they roll them around here, just in terms of what I see and some criteria, maybe a little more emphasized than others. In terms of getting into the Suffolk division, there is maybe a little question for me in terms of the one that I start with, and I'll admit that and listen to discussion with someone that wants to have it. But for me, just the fundamentals of a female that's opened up and broody and maternal and round-bodied with some power, and yet on the go still flexible, that's why I land on that one. Now for me in 2 and 3, I think in terms of one that just is a notch better in terms of natural width in relationship to how they are and proportionality in terms of substance and squareness at the ground. That's what I like about the sheep in second. For me, though, that one just needs to be relaxed, the angle to its shoulder, more pliable in its spine, and it needs to be a notch more coordinated on the go to get up into more competition with my class winner. I go second with that. Now, the one for me in terms of Suffolk feature of head shape, ear shape, length of ear, and overall just phenotypic appearance, it's the sheep in third. For me, though, that one's just too plain. That one's low-fronted and a little round off either end, but a good, stout, opened-up Suffolk sheep that brings some power to go third with. In terms of fourth, I think here's one that's got some feature, some bone, and some foot size. That one's just hard-bodied, shallower in terms of its rib shape, and just needs to be softer and more opened up from front to back. With that being said, a good class of Suffolk sheep. Let's congratulate them, please.
Results of your Suffolk Junior U Lamb class. First place, Cooper Sanchez and champion of the breed. Second place, Blair Sanchez, reserve champion of the breed. Third place, Olivia Oman. Fourth place, Ferris Smittle. Now in the ring, we should have Dorset, Junior U Lamb, Abigail Horde, Cooper Sanchez, Whitley Smalley.
Dorset? Like, is it Dorset Cross or Dorset? So, do we need to run the speckle in the crossbreds?
Yes, he needs to go because that's not a Dorset. Is Abigail Horde, right? Where does he? Maybe he doesn't have
we get into the Dorsets here, and there's just 2 entries, but I think they're really good in terms of the types they represent. For me, just how I see them, the class winner I do think needs to be lengthened out in terms of size and scale, and she does maybe have a touch more bark on her today in terms of ideal, but for me in a breeding female, that's okay. I think this one is really round and robust. I think she's opened up and boxy in her build and still good enough on the move to go ahead and go with today. Now you want a feminine, youthful, attractive sheep that's good in terms of her neck placement and the set, in terms of how she goes and moves off her back leg. For me, just in terms of the foot shape and the substance, I wish she was just a shot stouter, but a really good moving, really good looking one. That's how I saw those today. Congratulations to them.
Results of the Dorset Junior Ewe Lamb. First place, Cooper Sanchez and champion. Second place, Whitley Smalley and reserve champion. Okay, next in the ring, we need Any Other Mutton, Junior Ewe Lamb, Bentley Anderson, Emery Brannigan, Sage Durner, Blair Sanchez, Whitley Smalley. Again, that's Any Other Mutton, Junior Ewe Lamb, Bentley Anderson, Emery Brannigan with 2 entries, Sage Durner, Blair Sanchez, Whitley Smalley.
Ryan, what tag is he showing?
Class 2 is 74. I think that's
The
6
other one
and
must
5.
have, yeah, because she was, this one was scratched.
We got a variety of breeds, shapes, colors, sizes in here, and just in terms of, in my mind, what they are and the breeds we take to either mate together to get, or some of the pure breeds in here. In terms of just what they are, for me, the one I just fall on and hang my hat on in this class, young ladies, cool marked sheep up here on the end. I think in terms of power, mass, and substance, yet still being cool looking and good moving, I think that's just the logical place to start. Then you go ahead and move into the young ladies' Dorper sheep. I think for what Dorpers are known to be in terms of smaller sheep that are just thick and stout and opened up and square, I think that's exactly what that is. That's why you go second. In terms of third, I'd listen to the argument of here's the sheep that's maybe built a little better, a little more youthful and extended up front, but for me you're comparing two different drastically two different breeds, and I just think this one comparatively to the two above it, for what it comes from and what it is, runs out of just power. Needs a shot more punch and width down low, but it's a nice third place sheep to follow those two in front of it. You come down in here into 4, and I think the young man brings a natural colored sheep that's really opened up and stout. For me, that one's a little coarser in terms of the point of its shoulder and just needs to be a little more extended and athletic and youthful. The two specs that round things out for me just run out of gas. They're the frailer featured, round, flatter bodied sheep that just need a shot more skeletal width and substance, but really good in terms of athleticism and youthfulness.
Results of your Any Other Mutton Junior Ewe Lamb: first place Blair Sanchez, second Bentley Anderson, third Abigail Horde, fourth Sage Durner, fifth Whitley Smalley, and sixth Emery Brannigan.
I think those are both inmates.
No, it was the A's.
I think they're both inmates.
Well, they better tell me, because if not, Whitley's getting the premium.
Lined up at the gate should be Tegan Durner and Whitley Smalley with Any Other Mutton Yearling Ewe. Okay, from the Any Other Mutton Junior Ewe Lamb, I need lined up at the gate Blair Sanchez and Bentley Anderson.
Young lady might be the only one out here in terms of the yearling ewe deal, but I think she brings a really good one and should be happy with what she has. Here's a female I think that's ultra attractive in terms of her build and pattern, and I think she's still opened up and powerful enough in terms of breedability and utilizing her in a program. I think the young lady will have some success. That's a dang nice one to be out here on her own, definitely deserving of some competition. Let's congratulate her on bringing a nice natural yearling ewe. We roll the young ones back out here, and I think in terms of quality, classes have been deep the whole way. For me, I just think in what I'll do today in this division, I think there's one to go with in a logical second. Young lady out of the younger class with your first place will be champion, then Addie Yearling will be reserved. Congratulations to these exhibitors.
Results of championship drive, champion of any other mutton breed is Blair Sanchez, reserve champion Tegan Derner. Any other wool breed, junior ewe lamb, Blair Sanchez.
we get into a division here with some sheep that have just a shot more fleece. In terms of just types and kinds, I think they're very, very similar. And for me, the one I go with, just in terms of one that maybe has a shot more length of neck and a shot more angulation and lay in terms of how her shoulder blade fits in her. But I think she's really good in terms of openness of skeleton and just being opened up and square at the ground. Now, it's taken nothing away from the young man sheep, who I think has just as much power and mass. For me, that one just reads a little straighter up front and a little tighter in its spine. But a good set of sheep here. Let's congratulate these two exhibitors. We take those same two entries and roll them into the next class in terms of a pair and evaluate them in that respect. And I think just what I'd said just before, I think both of them are very, very similar in types and kinds, almost cookie cutter with just a few differences. I think they match up and balance together very, very well. Congratulations to those two young exhibitors.
Champion Pennant 2, Blair Sanchez.
Result of any other wool champion and reserve champion exhibited by Blair Sanchez. Any other wool Pennant 2 used. Champion exhibited by Blair Sanchez. Commercial weather type, Junior U Lamb, Addison Aldersey, Cooper Baumgardner, Trigg Sedman, Coyer Bowman, Haley Bruckner, Haley Cooper.
What's that?
Just two? Okay. So, what since Trig was in Dorset Crossing, or those were
I'm gonna be honest with you. I truly cannot make a big deal about any of that. It is what it is. And it's the breeding show. On the market show, we have to make sure the tags are fine, but the breeding show, we're fine.
them big rangy Columbias that you just entered 2 Columbias and you didn't know which 2 you were bringing to town back in the day.
I know we did that.
We did too, trust me. Back
Don't
in,
they show corn dogs anymore?
back in the days when there'd be 100 head of breeding sheep and not crossbred.
I can remember
I don't know if there was
dark
100.
because I showed Cordell when the breeding sheep show, and I
I don't.
bring 10 to 15 head every year.
Yeah, I don't know if there was 100, but there was.
There's a lot of them.
Do we even have a ram?
Because we would bring them to face off with flock.
Oh,
We've
That's
also
how
can
we
make
got
her
the
walk.
Cordell. That's why when I got to high school in 75, I had 1,500 head.
Oh, like 16. Oh my gosh.
And I sold 750 of them, and that's what paid for my cattle. And then next year, my sister sold the other 750, and that's what paid for her.
That's awesome. That's really cool. Oh, girlfriend. What a little asshole. Cooper is like, I'm gonna rip your wings off of your shirt.
Oh, and you're showing him some. That's good for him.
No, I don't. She hasn't been though
Yeah.
because she was so little, and we didn't want to. She's been shown. She has been shown, but she's just. I think she just got close to me. Yeah, I like her. I really like Sawyer Julianne. I like Haley Julianne, but I can't decide if she's fat or not.
Did they have a bunch of batches on this one, or did you split it up? Okay.
No, oh, no. We split it up because like Haley had 2, and then Ethan and Sawyer were split, and there's just so many, so we
Okay.
chopped it in
You
half.
did chop something up. Okay.
So, do you want to know who's in this one?
Well, I can get off of backhanders, but I'll just do like class
One, it's class 1 at the
115
commercial junior
-1.
year. Yeah, that's what we called it. Yep. Okay, thanks. Yeah, I kind of agree with that. So Cooper is 4, and is that 26?
Yeah.
So she is 5. Yeah, that's okay. She just got a little out horsey. Sawyer is 3. Sawyer is 3. And then Haley was 2. 2. And Haley
As they roll these
Cooper.
deals here around, just to start, for me, in terms of the one I go with, for me, it's hard to overlook one that's that massive and opened up, yet bold in their center body shape and big up high. I do wish that one was just a shot longer in terms of spine length and a shot taller fronted. That's where I absolutely like the sheep in second. The sheep in second is big, tall fronted, tall at the point of their shoulder, and longer from their shoulder back. For me, when you compare them, though, in terms of the class winner, this one just gets a little more narrow constructed and not as opened up and boxy in their build. We'll go second there. In terms of third, I like this young man sheep in terms of femininity, balance, and lines. I think this one, for me, just needs to be a little bit more agile in motion, wants to come up in its spine and be a shot uncoordinated off its back leg. But with that being said, I think that's a really cool looking sheep once he gets it stuck. We go ahead and roll in next in terms of some sheep I think that still have some width and some mass. Young man sheep is opened up and soft middled. For me though, that's a sheep that starts to get a touch shorter coupled and a touch shorter off either end of its skeleton. Then the sheep that rounds things out is burly, rugged, and durable in terms of its pattern and skeletal quality. For me though, that one's just a little plain off either end of its skeleton and a little round out of its hip and duck. But a nice set of sheep. Let's congratulate these exhibitors.
What a little bum hole.
Results of Class 1 Commercial Weather Type Junior ewe lamb. First place exhibited by Haley Cooper. Second exhibited by Haley Bruckner. Third exhibited by Coyer Bowman. 4 exhibited by Cooper Baumgartner. 5 exhibited by Addison Aldersey. Class 2, Haley Cooper, Tegan Durner, Blair Sanchez, Reese West, Kason Bowman.
Just 4 sheep out here in terms of this second class, and I think they're good from top to bottom and have the basics in terms of width and enough power for some ewe lambs, and I think for there it just goes in terms of some sort and a notch more quality for me. I just land on the young man's sheep and the young man in the green shirt and his ewe lamb to win. I think she does so rather easily. To be that powerful and attractive on the move and flexible, it's hard not to use one like that. Now, in terms of second and third, I could listen to some conversation and understand some viewpoints. For me, though, I just think the sheep in second is taller in terms of the point of its shoulder, shallow in terms of its chest plate and its breast placement. and one that just looks the part from the side. I don't think it's as opened up and burly and big as the sheep in third, and that's why I like the sheep in third. But for me, that one's a longer, deeper ribbed sheep that's just a little plainer and more common through her shoulder and chest floor, so we'll go third there. In terms of the sheep in fourth, I think fourth is really good in terms of skeletal width, boxiness, and power. That one for me is just a little rounder out of his hip on the go and wants to get up underneath itself with its rear leg. But a nice set of sheep. Let's congratulate them as they exit the ring.
Okay, results of Class 2, Commercial Weather Type, Junior ewe Lamb. First place, Reese West. Second place, Kason Bowman. Third place, Blair Sanchez. Fourth place, Tegan Derner. Okay, in the ring, I need the commercial weather type yearling ewes. Emma Berg, Tegan Derner, Blair Sanchez, Whitley Smalley. Again, in the ring, I need commercial weather type yearling ewe. Emma Berg, Tegan Derner, Blair Sanchez, Whitley Smalley. Lined up at the gate from commercial weather type Junior ewe Lamb Class 1. I need Haley Cooper and Haley Bruckner. Commercial weather type Junior ewe Lamb Class 2. Reese West, Kason Bowman.
We roll the pair of yearlings out here, and I think just in terms of what they represent, I think they're high quality. For me, though, I just am quicker to fall on the one that I used to win here. In terms of one that's attractive and balanced from the side, flexible on the go, and then just big at the surface and matches that width down low with some mass and spread up high, I like that one to go ahead and win. Now, there's a flexible, athletic, youthful sheep in terms of the one in second, and I like that about her. For me, she's just frailer in her feature and not as opened up and powerful at the ground. I like those two, 1-2 today. Please congratulate those exhibitors, and we'll bring your first and seconds back in.
Results of the commercial weather type yearling U. First place, Blair Sanchez. Second place, Whitley Smalley.
Now, do we have the county fair tag numbers on these ones that have been shown in the breeding show?
Yeah, we do.
Okay.
We do. Yeah.
Because they shouldn't be.
Those are also cost checked by the fair office just to make sure that they're not entered in market sale.
I'm just.
Yes.
I'm surprised at some of the kids that are shown. Surprised at who the Tommies girls that are showing breeding show. I'd be having that one in the upper Fabio to try to make the sale.
Really?
I think there's a really good set of females out here in terms of the young ones all the way up to the yearlings. For me, just in terms of the type I like and how I sorted them, you know, the basics of just some width and mass and body shape, and then go ahead and add some skeletal quality, build, and balance. And on the go, it's extra value if they can get out and go with some ease and reach. For me, I think that there's three that I gravitate to for a little bit of different reasons each time, but I think that there's just two that are more up my alley and that just need to stay together. I'll go show you Champion Reserve.
Hi, how are you?
That one has ball coat. There's no name tag up there for her owner. No, that's fine. I know. I'll copy. You know. Stop in. Yeah, you can't show anything. You can't show anything on there. Oh, it's one card owner, but not two. How many? Four. I mean, we have four total. We have two Tommies. We have four males. Who was that?
Last one, going up here. That's Cooper. No, Cooper Brooklyn.
Haley Cooper or Blair Sanchez?
No, the
Haley Cooper.
one in the white. Yeah.
Haley Cooper was the winner?
Yeah.
No?
Same class.
Second class winner? Lisa wins.
Now in the ring, I need commercial weather type Pena 2 U's. Kason Bowman, Blair Sanchez.
It's across the way that Whitley is.
Or one blank one.
He should have one blank one. Because he has some stuff on there.
Results of the championship drive for commercial weather
Both of them. Right.
type. Champion exhibited by Reese West. Reserve champion Haley Cooper.
He has hers. And she's got two kids. I got one for this is my email. Did you get this? Does it have Omega?
I don't know who to. So
What's that?
the reserve was the Bowman kit.
What? The reserve was the Bowman kid.
Oh, reserve was
Same
Bowman.
class.
Same class.
Two.
Yeah, second
First
place
was
class.
grand, second was reserve.
Yeah.
So did class of the junior year.
Yeah. Yeah.
Gotcha.
Class 2 I kept together.
Okay. Okay, so Haley Cooper was not reserve. Okay, I got
She
you.
won.
Correction on the results of the commercial weather type. Championship drive champion exhibited by Reese West. Reserve champion exhibited by Kason Bowman.
get the pair in here and or the pairs, two pairs, excuse me, in here. And I think that both of them, in their own right, are very, very similar in types and kinds between the pairs. They correlate between their partner very, very well. For me, though, maybe just one that I gravitate to a little bit better in terms of which pair I like. The way they're stacked up out there is how we'll place them, first on right, second on left. Let's congratulate these exhibitors.
Results of the commercial weather type Panda 2Us. First place, Casey Bowman. Second place, Blair Sanchez.
Okay, so from commercial breeding, we need with Grand Reserve.
Back in the ring, I need Reese West, Casey Bowman,
Blair Sanchez. Hold on. Grace Baumgartner, Hampshire U.
Grace Baumgartner,
Casey Bowman.
Bowman. That's your Hampshire U's.
Cooper Sanchez with his Suffolk U.
Cooper Sanchez and Blair Sanchez. That's your Suffolk U's.
And
Cooper Sanchez and
Whitley
Whitley Smalley with your Dorset.
And any other mutton,
Blair Sanchez.
And
Tegan Durner with your any other mutton.
And that's it.
Any other wool, Blair Sanchez with both of them. And then your commercial weather, Reese West and Casey Bowman.
As we get the group of them back out here in terms of class winners and seconds, very pleased with what's out here, and I think quality ran deep the whole way through. With that being said, just kind of earlier on in terms of what I look for and just maybe the kind of sorter I am, for me, I'm just big on first impressions, and I just have a saying to myself, just let good ones be good ones. I think there's two out here that hit me really hard. There's a handful of others that I think are still good, sound sheep in their own right. There's just two I have to go with today. I'll go show you them in order.
Okay, results of your overall breeding sheep show are Reese West champion, reserve champion Blair Sanchez.